Hello students, welcome to Modern Management Technique class. I am Professor Namrata Hampiholi from Department of Commerce and Accountancy, KLS Belgavi. We are dealing with the third unit, that is Human Resource Management. So, before we start with this today's topic, just you'll answer yourself to this question: what exactly or how important the result play the role in your career. Okay, so why the result is very important, or why the evaluation of your examination is important, what role it will play. Okay, so why we do eagerly wait for the results, right? So because why, that is, we will come to know exactly where we stand, or by evaluating our examination, or by evaluating our performance, we will come to know about our ability or the skill, or where exactly we are, right? So we eagerly wait for the results, that what is our end result, that is what is the result of our performance, right? Whether we are doing good, better, or best, right? So in the same way, even in the organization, when an employee is being selected, after coming to the certain point, his performance is to be evaluated, so that the organization or the management can compare their performance with the standard which they have already set, right? So when you are writing your examination, you have a certain standards which you set in the mind, right? So this paper I am writing, I may expect some 80 marks in the examination, right? So after writing the paper, you will be eagerly waiting to know your marks, how much exactly I have scored. The standard which I have set was 80, and what is the result actually now I have got, right? So you'll be eagerly waiting. In the same way, when the employee is being appointed, for both employee as well employer, they will be eagerly waiting for the performance or the result of the performance of the employees. Employee will be eager to know, because he that will help him to know his ability. Okay, so that if his performance is really very good, he will be motivated to work further, right? Or if his performance is poor, then he will try to find out some measures so that he can improve and sustain in the organization. From the employer point of view, they will evaluate the performance. They will evaluate the performance, seeing that with what expectation they have taken the employee, whether they are meeting that expectation or no. With that person working, is our organization beneficial or no? Or they, with his work, do we have a good future for our organization? So here performance evaluation plays a very important role. So today, with such a concept, we are going to deal, that is a performance appraisal. So today our topic is performance appraisal. So here it is defined as a systematic, periodic, and so far as humanly possible, an impartial rating of an employee's excellence in the matters pertaining to his present job and to his potentiality for the better job. Okay, so it is say that it is systematic, that is, simply evaluating doesn't help you, right? So looking at the person, one day the worker work very good, so on that you will not come to the conclusion, yes, this person is very good, right? You can't come to the conclusion without any logical thinking. So it is a systematic and periodic, that is, only once the result is not given, it is being evaluated from time to time, then only the performance can be evaluated properly. And so far humanly possible and impartial rating, right? So it is done by the human only, there is no machine to evaluate the performance, right? You just can't apply the machine to the brain of the person and can evaluate his performance, right? It is a evaluation or the appraisal which is done by the human, and that is being impartial, right? So when we are partial, right? That is when we involve into some partiality. Obviously the person whom we want or who are our favorite, we will rate them, okay? We obviously tell them, right? So this, his performance was very good. So to be avoid as partial, so being impartial, rating to the employee's excellence for his current job, and also which will help him for the better future job. So this defines the performance appraisal, right? So this performance appraisal, right? Performance appraisal is what here? We are evaluating the performance of an employee. So these are being classified under two methods. One is a traditional method, which is the old or the common method which is in practice, and another is modern methods which are newly adopted, or you can say that suitable for the new work culture. So let us go through the traditional method of performance appraisal one by one. So the first method here is ranking method, right? Now tell me, like you are 10 of, there are totally 10 students in the class, okay? Let us take into the example that there are only 10 students in the class, right? So if after examination, if number is to be allotted, then obviously 1 to 10 will be only the ranking. The person who has scored the highest marks will be ranked at the first rank, then a little lower than that will be second, then next bit less than that third, fourth, fifth, like this up to 10 ranks will be given, right? So same way in the ranking method in an organization, here the employee is ranked against the other in the working group under this method, right? So there are 7 employees wherein they have been given, yes, you are the first, you are the number 1 employee, right? So you will say the first rank, okay? So the first rank, that is employee, will be given to XYZ. So on what basis this first rank will be given? Looking at his skill and ability, or looking at his performance level, or the performance which the organization expect. If he is working according to that, then he will be given the first rank, right? So in our examination, what is the criteria to get a first rank? By scoring out of out marks or scoring the maximum marks. In the same way, in the organization also, they will be having a certain criterias, and if that employee fulfill the maximum of the criteria, then he will be given the first rank. So this is a ranking method. So the employee who is with the first rank shows that he has a certain ability which the organization expects. Then this advantage of such method is here, each employee can be compared with the other person. Yes, obviously, right? So while they are giving the number, they will be comparing, right? This person has this ability, so let him give more marks, right? That person doesn't possess that ability, so cancel, like we will be not giving him marks, okay? So, and this is useful when the organization is small, right? So this is useful when you have a small group of a organization wherein you can give the rank easily. If there are 100, 200 people, then how can you give each and every employee rank, right? It will be very difficult to analyze or take into the consideration the employees for the ranking. Then this is not suitable for the big organizations, right? And does not evaluate individuality of the employee, right? So here it becomes difficult to evaluate the individual, that is personality evaluation is very difficult. And the one more disadvantage of this method is it doesn't have any objectivity, right? So it doesn't, there is no objective in giving the rank. What is the purpose of giving him first rank? Just based on his performance doesn't make a sense here, right? So when you are providing with a certain rank, then there should be an objective behind that. Then next, second method here is paired comparison method, okay? So as the name itself, paired, that means what here? Pair means two, right? So there is a comparison between two, and then there is a rank which will be given to them. So paired comparison method has been developed to be used in the big organization. So to overcome the first ranked method, this paired comparison has helped. So here each employee is compared with the other employees taking only one time. Okay, so here two employees are being selected and they are being compared. So this will be better understood with this example. So there are three persons here, that is Margot, Sam and Sally, right? So here first person is compared with the second person, that is Margot was compared with Sam. So who is better in this? Margot is better, right? Then here again Sam and Sally are compared here. Who is better among them? Sally is better. Then again Margot and Sally, who were selected in the first round, are again compared here. So like this, there is a comparison between the two persons, and then the best one is selected and rest are being eliminated. So this method has an advantage of comparing with the large organization, and it deals with the individual trait. Okay, that is here individual, what you can say, behavior or their qualities are being here evaluated. Then this method is bit difficult to understand, and this is very time consuming, because if you have more number of the employees in an organization, you have to take a pair and then start comparing. So that becomes here quite difficult. Then next here is forced distribution method. Okay, so here a method which forces the rater to distribute the rating of overall performance of the employee is known as here forced distribution method, right? So here the rater, that is the person who is evaluating, here he looks into the overall performance and then they give a marks or they allot the ranks here. Okay, so here group wise rating is done under this method, right? So here the rating will be done in the group wise. So a group is selected, such as a group of superiors are being selected here, a group of people who are below average, a group of people who are under average. So they are being selected, and among that the ranks will be given here. So this is an example here. So the employees who are excellent are 10%, good 20%, average are 40, below average are 20, and unsatisfactory performance is 10%. Like this, employees are being grouped here and they are put into the categories here, right? So I hope you are understood with the today's class. So totally we have learned about the three methods of performance appraisal. So the remaining part will be continued in the next class. Thank you.